remember, y'all, people are too short-term focused with trading. Like everybody wants to win at trading now. Okay. You don't have to win at trading now. If you're not trading in 5 years, your financial situation is probably not where you want it to be. So the goal is not even just to trade right now to make it 10 grand right now. It's that in a year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, I can continue to be a trader. So if you're shooting yourself in the foot long term, if you are doing all this stuff for the short term, but you're blowing accounts, you're ruining your confidence, you're ruining your money to make short term money, that's not the way to go. Okay. A lot of people they kind of like put so much emphasis on the short term that they end up blowing accounts, getting into like a an emotional rut with trading to the point where they can't make any money outside of that. So big focuses are making sure that you guys are we on? Yeah, making sure that you guys are ready to be in the game, making sure that next year is better than this year. That's all we got to do. So Nasdaq for now, I really want to see it. I'm just going to go through the technicals. If you guys have to hop off, here's the technicals real quick, just so we can get this out the way. So NAS 100, this is about as simple as it gets. We're back up at the 16,400 highs. This is where we took shorts last week. It's a pretty straightforward trade. Price already made one rejection, and we're starting to close with a pin bar candlestick. If we close below, what I'm going to do is at the market open, I'm going to put a sell limit at 16,430. And I'm going to have the market come up and activate me into that trade. So here's what I'm watching. There's support right here. When price sits at a specific resistance level and starts to form support and consolidate, and it won't break a certain floor, chances are we can see a push to the upside. So this could be the one time that price actually breaks through. But the way that I look at this is if we go back up to the 1 hour, is a mini head and shoulders right here. So this current bearish push is confirming the short positions. This current bearish push is confirming shorts. And then if we get a retest and the retest closes under the range, then we're going to short it down to 16,150. So that's my base case. We already set a buy limit yesterday for the signals group. And so we're basically just going to short it down to the buy limit and then take the buy limit once it's time. I'm going to go through and see if there's any news I forgot about today. Good morning to everybody watching on YouTube. Welcome to the ChartAddicts live trading stream every Thursday at 8 a.m. Eastern time. It's great to see all of you guys. We're going through some fundamentals right now, and then we're going to go through some technical analysis. I'm looking for Nasdaq shorts down to 150, and then I'm looking for longs at 16,150. Okay, so there's a bunch of GBP news that dropped earlier today, which kind of explains why it's so why it was so bullish. It was an 8-to-1 vote on the bank rate. I think they were voting to keep it the same. Asset purchases 0 to 9. Asset purchase facility 875 billion unchanged. Okay, so they're still buying as much as they want. $875 billion. I think this is a quarter or per month. Yeah, I'm not sure if this is annual or monthly. I guess that's a pretty important thing to know. We have unemployment claims that are dropping in about 25 minutes. And so you guys know the big topic in America today is inflation and employment. We are in the middle of a labor crisis, which means we have 11 million open jobs, but only 4 million unemployed folks. So this is the unemployment claims. It's how many people have applied, how many new people have applied for unemployment in the United States since the previous period. The previous period, 184,000 new people applied for unemployment benefits. They're expecting it to be a little bit higher this month. And so we're going to see if it's actually higher or lower. We have flash manufacturing and industrial production. Both of these things are basically on the producer side of the economy. It's our manufacturers and producers able to produce goods and services at a reasonable price. If they are, then they won't overcharge us, which means that we will keep buying stuff, which means the economy stays healthy. If the cost of manufacturing goes up, people, if the cost of a car goes up, or sorry, if the cost of making the car goes up, the end price of that car will also go up. So just to kind of give you guys a background on how that works. Now, the only trades that I'm currently involved in are Nasdaq shorts, which is kind of why I'm checking. Whoa. Holy moly. So I started a small account yesterday and I've been doing a flip. I doubled the account yesterday. It was 2,000. And I'm literally almost 1/3 of the account up right now. On one trade, this trade hasn't even moved yet. There's 2 shorts on Nasdaq on the small account. That's good stuff. So if we're going to look at re-entries, it's if this candlestick closes bearish, the re-entry is going to be right here at 425. So it'll be like a triple top and then drop. Right now, the market is about 500 pips away from entry. Eesh. I'm going to show you guys some responsible trade management. All right, so I'm running basically 4,200. I'm running basically 23% up on just this trade alone. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to close profits 12.5% and leave the other runner going. So now I only have one trade open. I walked away with that 12.5%, and I'll leave the rest of this and break even. So we have news that drops in about 15 minutes, and then we have the market open at 9:30 a.m. At the 9:30 market open, we can expect a huge wick to one direction and then a push in the opposite direction. So that's where most of the movement is going to be. So I did have this short idea. This was yesterday when the market was dropping and it came back to retest for a second top. I was kind of bearish on this. It went bearish for a little bit right before the FOMC meeting, and then it ended up creating a double bottom and pushing up. So what I see now for US 30 is a retracement back down to 35,868. If you guys trade US 30, write this shit down. Okay, I'm tired of people missing moves if they trade this market. If you don't trade US 30, that's fine. But if you trade US 30, I don't want to see in the chat, oh, I didn't check that price. Oh, I didn't know what to do when it got there. Write this shit down. 35,900. If it gets respected as support at the market open, will be your buy price for US 30. Let me know in the chat if that is loud and clear. I'll say it in 4 different languages if I have to. But like the thing that irks me the most is when we literally sit on this call, give out my life, my soul, right? Give my whole energy on this call. Give all the levels, everything I got, put it on the table, leave nothing behind. Somebody still say, oh, I didn't know what level it was. Get it tattooed on my face? What do I got to do, people? You tell me. A huge part of being a trader, huge part of being a trader, and this is something that we don't teach in the courses because it's not sexy, it's not fun to say, but you do have to be self-sufficient. All right? This is like, you guys know that teacher in class that you go up and ask the teacher, and she says, ask your peers first. She says, ask your peers, check the textbook, check online, and then come ask me. Those were our least favorite teachers growing up. Like, bro, just give me the fucking answer. But guess what? Those are the only teachers that ever actually taught you anything in your life, right? Because what did they teach you? To go figure that shit out? Somebody would be like, oh, Roy, what stop loss would you set? Even though I sent the markup, for example. You got to be self-sufficient enough to go look at the chart and figure it out. And so this is like a quick tip for you guys that as you're developing in your trading, the most important skills that you need to develop is being a responsible adult. Being a responsible adult means accepting that no one is going to be taking these trades for you. If you want to make money in this game, fucking grow up, learn how to trade, look at the levels, and then don't get distracted. The getting distracted, that's still the one that I see a lot of people get to, and it happens to the best of us. Happens to the best of us. So that's US 30. That's not rocket science. GJ. You guys ever have days where we all trade a specific session? We all trade New York or whatever. You guys ever have days where you consider switching sessions? Do you guys ever have days where you consider just, damn, what if I stayed up all night and just started trading London? Because I have those, and today is one of those because I saw exactly what happened. We took baller ass trades this week on GJ. The 5th touch on the trend line, 78% retest, straight up to the -27 extension. Literally, it couldn't have gotten better. The retest of the 23.6 of this 150 level, the previous resistance entry for the long, couldn't have gotten better. But this was so clean. Break and retest of the previous high. That would have been the third trade and it would have just been done. So a big regret that I have, not that I ever actually have regrets. Like I don't actually have regrets in terms of trading because like, let's be real, people. We can't really change shit even if we wanted to in the past. But if I was to do something different, I would have held that trade. Okay, because higher time frame, there was no reason to close it. We are at daily support, people. We're at daily support on GJ. The next level is 153. Once it hits 153, I'm expecting at least one more retest of 150.8. Like if if the markets are generous and the Forex gods are great, we'll get one more retest at 150.8. I'm not going to say that number too many times, but 150.8 would be the retest for GJ to go for longs after this giant massive push. Okay. A lot of folks are texting me this morning, yo, should we start shorting GJ? If you look at the daily momentum, first off, you look at the daily trend, and then you look at the daily momentum, and then you look at the structure being broken, and then you look at the volume of the candles being formed, and the first thought in your mind is sell, we got a huge problem here, people. Because you're still guessing, you're still trading what you want as opposed to what you see. What you see is bulls are back in control. Higher highs, higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low. Clean break from previous structure. Clean traffic here on the left. This thing is clearly bullish. Will we have a short-term pullback at the zone? Probably. Everything's got to pull back. But if you look at this momentum and say, yeah, I'm going to short it right now, you're not trading what you see. All right. So big lesson. If you guys don't take anything else away from today, is to trade what you see and not what you think. All right. Oh, somebody in this chat right now is thinking, Roy, it's going to break. I think so. Or I know so. Those are my favorites. The I know this is going to happen crowd. Whew, you guys are in for a huge surprise. Keep trading for another 12 months. Let the market humble you. You don't know where the price is going. You have a high probability chance of price doing something over something else. So what we're looking at here is there's a pretty high probability that the market will retrace from here and that it'll either come back to the 150.8, like a huge pullback, or probably something a little bit more shallow. All right, I would love to see break above, come back down, higher lows, continuation. That's my base case for GJ. It's at that 153 level, 152.8. That would be a great zone, or 150.8. Any questions on GJ before we move on? I know this is like a pair that a lot of people like to trade. Right now, the move is done. All the buys were at London session right here at the open at 151. The next area to focus on is 152.9. You're either going to want to break and retest or a break and closure below. Either way, that's the zone to watch. Any questions in the Zoom or on YouTube about GBP JPY? And just as a reminder, if you guys are watching on YouTube, it takes about 2 seconds to go over here and click the like button. If you guys can just drop a quick like on the video so that other people are alerted that we are live streaming and so more people can jump on the live stream. Let me know if you guys can just go over there and hit a quick like on the video. That would be greatly appreciated. And yeah, that would be awesome. Says, yo, can you look at GA? I got you. I'll look at all the pairs that you guys want. Just please drop a like. Just please drop a like on the video first. I'll go through whatever pairs that you guys want me to look at. I'm going to go through my pairs first. Sheesh. Dollar, quick turnaround. See, this doesn't make any sense. Yesterday, the news said that they were going to stop printing money and then they were going to raise interest rates next year. So I think after this thing hits support or after this thing lets off some steam, we're going to continue bullish. I see the dollar continuing bullish going into next year. Biggest focuses are US 30 and Nasdaq. So that's what I'm looking at for the rest of the session, okay? Can you look at gold? Can you talk about sleep schedule if you're trading London session? Do you do this every morning? Can't believe I am missing out. We don't do this every morning, but I do this about twice or three times a week for the Chart Addicts members. And then we do this live on YouTube every Thursday at 8 a.m. So if you guys want to trade with us at Chart Addicts, come hop over, become a member. Even if we don't do a live call, we are always putting out information for trading. So every single day, you'll find the educators will send out technical markups with our levels that we're watching, some potential trades of the day. Stefano, one of our educators, he'll go live pre-London or pre-New York. I might go live at 8 a.m. in the morning, right before the New York session. If not, we'll just send out markups after. So we're always giving out what I would consider trading tips and trading like, you know, like here's the trade I'm looking at. Here's the levels I'm watching. So if you're not already a Chart Addicts member, head on over to chartaddictsfx.com and see what we have to offer. See if personal coaching could be what turns your game around. You never know. So what we're looking at today, Nasdaq US 30. I'm going to look at some of these trades from the YouTube stream. Nas had strong bull candles as well. This is true, but I need you to look at the historical data. Every single time that price gets up to the 16,400, what happens? Massive sell-off. Massive sell-off. And it doesn't matter how aggressive the bullish trend is. Very aggressive bullish trend. As long as price doesn't break and it rejects, we're coming back down. Same with here. Double top, came back down. This single rejection, it's good. That's why I took the trade, because it's at 16,400. I had a sell limit waiting. But at the end of the day, the second touch, that would be the confirmation for this. And so waiting for that extra confirmation is going to make or break your trading. And that's what we're going to do together. I'm going to show you guys how to properly wait for a confirmation. And at the market open, if I see that this thing is going to retrace and then wick right back up and go bullish, I'm going to show you guys how to switch your bias and how to take the other side of the trade. It's called flexibility, one of the lost arts in trading. Said, hey, Roy, how's that sell limit on Nas? Buddy, you must have just hopped on the call. I was just explaining how I was up 25% earlier, and now I'm still floating about 12% on this small account. So a quick fun story. I funded a 2K account. Because what I do before the holidays is I stop trading my main account because the markets are more volatile. There's a lot of selling off that's happening. There's a lot of just whipsawing up and down. So my main account, I told myself I was going to take one more trade or two more trades this week, and then I was done. So what I did was I funded a $2,000 account because I got to, there's holidays coming up and you got to pay for Christmas gifts and shit. So I was expecting to make I don't know, guys. I really wasn't expecting to make that much money yesterday. Maybe like 15, 20%. That's really what I was going for. 15, 20%. Do that a couple more times. Build up the account. I doubled the account yesterday off of just trading Nasdaq. Just trading Nasdaq. It was, I caught the shorts right here at the retest down. I caught the buys off of the daily support. That was the trade that I sent out in the chat. And I held this trade all the way to TP. That was incredible. Then the market broke above my next support level at 16,150. I took another trade here. And so I basically doubled the account yesterday. I withdrew all the profits. Who did I show this to? Oh, the small core group, like the Terps chat. If you guys were on there, I was showing the withdrawals and I was showing the account. And then now I'm floating back. I've basically made up all the money I withdrew yesterday, and I'm still basically running this account up. If you guys a lot of people have tried to flip small accounts, or I don't want to say flip, but like to grow a small account. So I want to give you guys some advice about growing a small account. A lot of people, they see people over leverage the small account, and that's how they grow it. The first couple trades that you take need to be building a cushion. You can't really just jump into one trade and expect that the first trade on that new account to just make you all the profits. All right. That's one of the most frustrating things. You guys get a fresh account, fresh funded account, fresh, MT4 account. and all of a sudden you get so excited, okay, let me just take the first trade. You take the first trade, it's a loser. It kind of messes with your flow. Just take the first couple trades. Don't try to hit home runs. Get those base hits, build a cushion. Once you have that cushion and you've built yourself some profit cushion, then you can just take a trade and hold it. So the shorts that I was taking, I was basically shorting it, closing, catching a retest, shorting it, closing. And then when it got back down to daily support, I stopped. It retested again. I entered the long. It shot up. I took partials. It came back. I entered again. It shot up. I took partials and I held the rest of the trade. So I'm constantly taking profits out the market and then holding these Hail Marys. So here's the overall question. Which trades do you hold and which trades do you not hold? I'm going to answer that question for the members on our members call tonight. Okay, how do you know which trades to hold and which trades to close? That's the question I've been getting a lot. I'll go through that tonight. It's going to be a very, very simple answer. A lot of you guys, if you've had one-on-ones with me, you know what the answer is. But yeah, when to close, when to hold, which ones to hold, which ones to close. That's really the name of the game, isn't it? I'll go, excuse me. I'll go through gold for some folks. Gold is my least favorite pair in the world. I'm so glad I didn't take this trade, but I was watching price just accumulating at this daily support. I saw price start to consolidate at the daily support, which to me indicates a potential reversal because the market is accumulating buy orders from retail traders before it pops off. At the Fed meeting, big crash and recovery. Like, I don't know anybody who was trading this unless they had an open stop loss that could have possibly seen like a 250 pip stop loss on gold. Like, tell me market manipulation ain't real. Tell me it's not real. I have so many people argued with me over the years. Roy, that's just an excuse that traders make when they lose. There is no market manipulation. It's time for us to get our head out of our ass, people. You're telling me the market makers did not know that there was buy orders accumulating at the zone? They own all the order flow data. Every one of our brokers sells our order flow information, order flow meaning where we're entered in the trades, and they sell them to the market makers. They goddamn know. All right. This 270 pip wick to the downside is nothing more than a liquidity grab. And whose liquidity are they grabbing? Goddamn everybody's who tried to buy gold at 1770. And it's not just retail traders. Okay, the market makers aren't doing this for, your little $300 account or my 10K, 100K, $1 million account. You can make $1 million today and the market the market will not notice. That's how big this market is. So who are they messing with? It's the other funds that are trading against them. Okay, the other hedge funds that they're trading against, that's who they're trying to shake out of these trades. So us and some of these hedge funds are posted up right here just to get whacked. It was an insane move. Gold is coming back up to the 1794 resistance level. I do expect a short-term pullback down to 1780, and then from 1780 up to 1795, that's a 150 pip range where you have an excellent trade. The way I trade, ladies and gentlemen, is lows, highs, and neutrality, which is the middle. Our low is this support level at 1770. Our resistance is 1795, and the middle zone is 1780. That's our neutrality. What is neutrality? When the market is sitting above support, we buy. When the market is sitting below as resistance, we short. So let's look at some examples. When the market tests neutrality as resistance, it's a sell. When the market tests it as support, it's a buy. When it tests it as resistance, it's a sell. Buy, sell, buy. I guess that's a sell, smaller time frame, buy. And then we'll see. If it gets tested one more time, it's a buy. If it gets tested as resistance, it's a sell. This is not rocket science. 1780. So you're going to be shorting at 1795 area. You're going to be going long at 1770. And then the middle area is neutrality. Hope that makes sense. All right. I did just get back from the gym. Guys, I got to run to the bathroom and whatnot. I'm going to see you in about 2-3 minutes. Sit tight, hang out, have fun, load up any questions that you have in the chat. I'm going to come back and answer those questions. And if you have any questions, comments, concerns, I'm right here to answer them. Quick reminder before we go on this commercial break is if you have not bought your tickets to the FX Summit 2022, the most lit social Forex conference of next year, I highly recommend that you guys go out and buy your tickets before they're sold out. That is not a promotional thing I keep saying. These tickets will sell out. We only have so many spots for the VIP seats. We only have so many spots at the post-conference events. So if you guys do want to show up, I highly recommend grabbing your tickets early before they sell out. List of special guests. Basically, every single well-known trader in the entire industry is going to be at this. Everyone from the FIP crew, Quillen, Ryan Gilpin, Emil Trader, Druzy Banks, folks, the top tier group, the Anthony Williams, Anthony's World. Some of the day trading lab, Lambo Raul and FX Alex G. We have my main guy, Pip Connect, Andy Peters. We have Mr. $1 Million a month, James Storms, the prodigy of Forex. We have Jason Stewart, the Forex quarterback, D1 turned professional trader. We have Luke Longmire. We got Mamba FX, one of the most famous names in YouTube Forex. We have Swaggy C, right? We got Ken Archek. We got the Goldfather. We got Nina, My Forex Journey, Nina. We got Raja Banks. We got My Forex Journey, Nina, people. We got Raja Banks. Mr. Wicks don't lie. So if you guys keep hopping on these live streams from now until the convention, I'm going to get basically every single one of these guys to hop off or to hop on these live streams. I'm very interested in seeing Wicks don't lie on this live stream. Right? He does his live streams every morning, 6 a.m. I want him on this live stream so that we can trade whatever the fuck he trades, GJ, whatever it is. It's going to be lit, guys. So if you haven't already bought your tickets, highly recommend that you guys go out there and buy these tickets. Okay? He said, I bought it last week for me and my brother. Edwin, looking forward to seeing you there, my guy. I'm looking forward to seeing you there. My man took some responsibility, got it early. I've been up since 3 a.m. taking trades, losing, getting scared, etc. But I have the same sell limit as you have, SMH, FOMO. Look, if you're in a point where you're not making good decisions and you've been up all night making bad decisions, do not take another fucking trade. The best advice I can give you is like, oh no, trust me, the next one's going to be the one to make it all back. That's what you've been telling yourself since 3. When you're not making good decisions, just walk away completely. That is my biggest advice. I only trade on days where I am locked in. Today, I'm locked in, right? I woke up before the sun. I did my morning routine, got my gratitudes in, wrote down my to-do list, went to the gym, did my meditations. I did what I had to do to prepare myself today, so I'm ready to trade. I'm ready to be flexible to get in and out of positions and not get frustrated. 2 days ago, it was not the same, right? I was too stuck on the charts. Every trade was having too much impact on my emotions, and so I just had to walk off. That's my advice to everybody. If you guys have been trading today or this week in general, and your results are not where you want them to be, or you're not in the right mind state to accept where you are, then do not take another fucking trade, because the next trade is not going to magically turn it all around. Okay. Can we do some fundamentals on yesterday's Fed meeting? Yeah. Well, I'll talk about that after. I'll talk about that in a little bit for sure. Alrighty, I'll see you guys in a few minutes. I'm going to run to the restroom. If you have any questions, load them up, and I'll see you very soon. All right, I'm back. I want to take you guys on a quick tour. I want to show you guys the view from my rooftop. I'm going to take this party outside, go trade from outside for a little bit. Let me read through some of these questions if there are any. I just want to show you guys. What's crazy is I live right next to the Federal Reserve. So if we're going to talk about the Federal Reserve, might as well have them in the background. Oof. That's the view, people. Isn't that insane? That's the Federal Reserve right there. That's who fucking up all the money. That's who printing this shit. That's who's making your cryptos pop off. All right, so we're trading from outside, at least for a little bit. I'll see if, let me know if there's too much background noise. If there is, I'll move it back inside. Because I am in a city, so there's going to be hella cars and everything. So I literally come out here, I just stare at the Federal Reserve while I'm making money trading. I'm like, yeah, pay me. Can you explain the correlation between the DXY and the US pairs? They have like a perfect correlation, almost perfect correlation. Dollar goes up, UJ and UCAD will also go up. Dollar goes up, GU and EU will go down. So that's pretty straightforward. How long have you been trading? Since 2016. If you have a small account, trade SPX. See, I don't really, trade what makes sense to you. The account size does play a huge role, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like SPX is its own beast. If you don't know how to trade SPX, even with a large account, don't trade it. Trade what you know. And if you don't know, time to learn, people. Trade what you know. This is going to be like watching grass grow. Guys, I'll be honest with you. These streams, like I don't even know what to do with myself on these streams because this is how I trade personally. Let's say I'm on the charts right now and I see this candlestick. I'm literally going to give you guys some insight onto how I look at things. Let's say if I see this candle forming, I'm like, okay, I'm going to check back in 30 minutes. And I'm going to come back at the market open. At the market open, I'll wait for this thing to bleed, to shoot all the way back up to retest, and then I'll enter on the retest and then catch the next drop. So I kind of have this I'll check back later mindset. I really don't know what to do with my hands or what to do with myself right now, waiting for 30 minutes staring at the charts. I could go in here to the 5 and 15 and force a trade if you guys want me to, but I don't know what kind of sense that would make. I just want to give you guys some honesty. God, I can't get over this view. The clouds behind you are indicating that you will have rain in the upcoming days. Woo! Yo, my guy out here, a meteorologist. I like it. Thoughts on quarter theories? Quarter theories are cool. Some pairs, they respect quarter zones more than others. And so GJ, it really does respect the quarter levels. And for those that don't know what that is, it's like the 0, 25, 50, 750, and then 1. So it could be like for NAS one, for example, it would be 16,000, 16,250, 16,500, 16,750, and then 17,000. Those would be the quarter levels. They do get respected, but in all reality, quarter zones are like, it's just because institutions are lazy. Same with like a whole number of psychological levels, is because they look at things on the higher time frame. And so they're not looking to enter at 16,366.7. Most of the time they will reject or they will react off of these higher time frame zones, 700, 800, 900, flat numbers. But study your pair specifically because quarter zones aren't relevant on every pair. It's only some pairs. How long did it take you to become profitable? A long fucking time, people. I'm not one of these like prodigy stories where I started trading and then from day one everything was up, everything was straight, and then from I was just like a prodigy and I had my hand on the fucking no. I literally lost everything I had trying to learn how to trade. And then after 2019, I had quit. A really good, I want to say friend, I would call him a mentor. He actually is still an educator in IML, one of the last few good ones. He talked me off the ledge and he was like, dude, you're good at this game. He said, you're really fucking good at trading. You can't just let this go. So I had to kind of like man up. God, I was really down bad. I had lost so much fucking money. It was US 30 that just kept fucking me up. Well, it was me. My decision to trade US 30 kept fucking me up. And so it just took me longer than most. If my partner Omar is on this, or who's on here that would remember these days? Golly. Golly, you're on this call, bro. You remember the days we were blowing accounts on U30? Fucking
Oh, bro.
skipping class, going to
On
Kabul.
on the day, man, we were in class, lecture going on and everything,
Be
and it
texting
was,
my phone, sell dirty 30, sell dirty 30, blowing the fucking
bro.
accounts.
All you hear is the tsh, tsh, tsh on MetaTrader.
So those were the days. Then eventually you start to realize that a lot of the problems that we're having, yeah, it got cold as fuck out there. A lot of the problems that we were having back then were just in terms of confidence. It was in terms of we were thinking that like once you get good enough at trading, you can trade any pair. In reality, guys, like the pairs that you trade are also a function of your account size. So I can't just trade US 30 just because I wanted to. I had to trade US 30 because it was appropriate for my account size. So back at the time, it was like $200, $300, $400 accounts, and they were just getting fucking blown left and right. Then I realized that position sizing, you guys might want to write this down if you have your notes out. Position sizing is a function of capital. It's not a function of confidence. A lot of you guys are sitting and telling yourself, one day I'm going to get so good at trading, I'm going to over leverage my account and get rich. The truth is, the better you get at trading, the further and further away you get from that sort of mind, that sort of that sort of thought process. Because I know now, like I can blow $1 million account just as easy as I can blow $100 account. The same principles that will save you at $100 are the same principles that are going to save you at $1 million. So the things I trade, the way I make my decisions, it's a function of capital. How much am I going to throw on this sell at the market open? All right. That's not a function of how confident am I that the market is going to sell off. How sure am I of the trade? That's how big I go. Guys, y'all got to stop playing that gambling shit. The game I play is what can I afford to risk based on my account size? Gee, that was bright as fuck. Okay. Said, Kiana says, take a look at U30. US 30 has the longest time. I'm not looking at U30 till like probably 11 a.m. Eastern, which is in 2 hours or 3 hours. Let's look at some other pairs. We have nothing else to do. Like I told you guys, I'm not gonna call out trades just for the sake of like calling out random scalps. So it is what it is. I've shown you guys the levels for GBPs, for US 30, for gold. So if you guys actually have something to do, if you have work or whatever else, you have the levels. If you're staying on here, it's because you either want to see if we're going to trade this live, or you're sticking around just to see if you can pick up on some extra knowledge or whatever else it is. Or what coins are you looking at? I dropped that video for the members, which is it's under the recordings. It's my crypto list. And the way I split up my crypto list is in between the main coins, which are kind of my long-term 10 to 15 year holds, my shorter term 3 to 5 year, sort of the technology of the future portfolio, and then I have my shitcoin portfolio. And I gave my top 10 from each one, and I put it in the video for you guys. It's under the recordings tab, and it's also under the 2021 recordings. It says NAS falling. Thank you, sir. Why NAS sells and US 30 buys? Don't they move the same direction? No, sir. Nasdaq is the technology sector. It's the top 100 tech stocks in the United States, such as the big FANG stocks, Facebook, Amazon, Google, Netflix. US 30 is industrials and cyclicals. Those are things like Home Depot. Those are things like JCPenney. Those are things like Goldman Sachs. Alrighty. And so they are very different. Is the technology digital revolution winning, or is the legacy infrastructure fighting back? That's what US 30 and Nasdaq movements tell us. Let's go through GBP AUD. A lot of people asking about that. And if I'm not mistaken, isn't there a whole bunch of AUD news today? No, that was yesterday. Yeah, GA looks like buys if I ever seen one. I'm just looking at higher lows, higher highs. All right, we're still forming support. Can we get a Fibonacci somewhere over here?
I showed it at 85.30, bro.
853.
Yeah. I'm about the book too.
Yeah, I mean, I'll keep it. I mean, I'll be real with you.
It's more like quick little scalp, see if that holds
bullish shift in momentum. Still forming higher lows. Previous area of structure. Getting respected as support. So I mean, I don't know. To me, it looks bullish, but this is why I don't trade these pairs. Like for me to accurately tell you guys, hey, this is what is going to happen on this pair. I need to be able to be in the rhythm of it. I have to have been watching it for a week or so and really catch the rhythm. I don't know the rhythm of GA. I don't know if it's going to like push around here and then break through.
Do you see like a head and shoulder right there, or that potentially can correct this whole move right here?
I do, but the only thing that I'm seeing is that it's not a pure head and shoulders because the neckline is like all kinds of messed up. There really is no neckline.
Right.
I guess that is the neckline. So if it closes above 185, then I guess it'll be bullish. But if it keeps closing below, then yeah, now I can see that. Now I can see the head and shoulders. That makes sense.
But you got a point though, like that. There's a trend line coming from the bottom, still making higher lows. So, some conflict of interest, I would say.
Oh my! Oh,
well, we broke.
No, that looks bearish. That looks bearish to me.
It broke.
I'm trying to get it as accurate as possible here. We have bullish push, bullish, bearish, bullish, bearish. So I mean, yeah, it does confirm the shorts. I just see that GBPs have been extremely aggressive. I'm very bullish on GJ. I don't have a lot of thoughts on GU, but on GJ specifically, I'm bullish. So that's kind of my take on the GBPs. If you in profit, bro. Don't let me stop the party.
Hey, I'm looking at blues, my brother.
That's all I need to hear. Beautiful. Another thing that I kind of want to tell some of the newer traders on this call is another thing that people are like hoping happens one day is that they get so good at trading that they will trade every pair. He said, okay, I'm going to practice on GJ, but then one day I'm going to trade everything. I'm going to be so good I can trade everything. Another one of those fallacies. The better that you get at trading, the more you realize that you don't need to trade everything to make money, and you end up just sticking to what you know and making money that way. Oh man. All right, let's find a scalp. What are we doing, boys? We're gonna find a scalp or what? And ladies. I'm looking for a scalp here. What are we gonna scalp? GU shorts? What are we doing? Ooh, okay. For GBPs, I'm actually pretty I don't want to say pissed off, but I've been trading GBPs for so long. The number one strategy that I've been using to actually make money is this zone to zone trading. And it's not even zones. These are like literally just price lines. All right. These price lines, if you guys drew these on your own GU chart, will make you a shit ton of money. That's not a promise. It's not a guarantee. We don't make financial guarantees. Please do your own, homework and all this stuff. These levels are fucking golden. All right. I couldn't have imagined that trading zone to zone would have made me this much money. It looks like I lost this trade, but I didn't. I closed my profits at the bottom of the range. These buy at the bottom of the range, sell at the top of the range. Price broken, retested. Price broken, retested this range right here as a retest. And now we're rejecting up here. So we're either going to reject, make a double top and drop, or we're about to break through at the market open. We have a sharp retest, and then we can buy at the sharp retest for a continuation of the trend. So the zones, they're locked in. As long as I have my levels, it's just about being flexible and being in the right mind state. If I miss the move and I start rushing, I'm going to get screwed. So no rushing trades, no, forcing trades, none of this stuff, guys. It's really, really simple to stick to your strategy, and it's honestly easier than we make it out to be. All right, it's just boring. A lot of you guys are just like sitting here like, how can I explain what my job is? I feel like a major league baseball pitcher, except I don't strike out, right? I just get to sit there, and unless I see the ball that I like coming, I don't swing. And I have a whole bunch of people in the stands behind me yelling, "Swing, you bum, swing. Just get in a trade, any trade, fuck, man, anything." And my job as the professional is to sit here and ignore that noise and to only swing at what I know I'm going to hit. And a lot of you guys need to adopt that mentality in your trading, which is, and especially a lot of you guys that have your own kind of like that, you guys are acting as an educator in that role. You're going to have a lot of people that pressure you to say, like, just swing, you bum, swing. And you as the professional need to be able to tune out that noise and to focus on the things that are going to make you money. You can never, ever, ever sacrifice your profitability just because of other people's impatience. Major key. So GJ sitting at an important zone. Yep, it's going to retrace here. It's going to retrace for sure. I know some folks could look for shorts. I'm not going to look for shorts. Trend is bullish. We hit off the daily support. The only move that I'm looking for right now is a retest of 150.8. Okay, and let me just break this down for you guys. Why 150.8? Every single time that the market makes a push off the daily zone, where does it retest? The blue zone. Daily push off the purple zone, where do we retest? The blue zone. Daily push off the purple zone, where do we retest? The blue zone. Daily push off the purple zone, where do we retest? The blue zone. Daily push off the purple zone, where do we retest? The blue zone. And some of you guys are still going to miss this trade. Daily push off the retest, where are we going to retest? Or sorry, daily push off the purple zone, where are we going to retest? The blue zone. Okay? Everything else to me is noise. And so until I get that blue zone, I'm not trading GJ. If you guys see shorts, buys, sells, whatever, make your money. But just know that you will find me at 150.8. Get in this bag. Don't lose your profitability for people's impatience. Heat. Yep. And I can't take credit for, I'm not going to sit here and take credit for shit that I didn't make up. That analogy, the swing you bum analogy, is Warren Buffett. One of my favorite things that Warren Buffett ever said. It was from a 1987 speech he gave at Berkshire Hathaway's annual shareholder conference. He's like, him as an investor, if he hits one ball, he buys himself 100 more swings, because one good trade will make up for 5, 6, 7 losers. And so if he keeps swinging and missing, he's only going to shoot himself in the foot. If he hits one good trade or one good investment, he'll make up for a bunch of losers. A lot of you guys are losing in trading because you're trying so hard to catch these perfect trades that you're just blowing money in the market, as opposed to just finding quality moves and then only swinging when you see your strategy show up. Major keys, people, major keys. How many support levels do you have in each pair? Usually I have 2 support levels and 2 resistance. I have my support, and then I have my secondary support. Then I have my resistance and secondary resistance. ChartAddicts members, you guys know what I'm talking about. The rest of you guys, time to get on this education and figure out how these markets actually work. A lot of folks buy at support, and they're like, why did it keep going down? There was another support. The first support wasn't the one. He says, you're a fucking legend. Shit, I appreciate that, but I'm just a regular dude. I'm going to be honest with y'all. I'm a regular dude. I just got passion like crazy. I fucking love trading the same way that these people love video games, the same way these people love going to the club on Fridays. And I love sharing knowledge with people. That's why I'm here. Am I the best trader? Am I the best signals caller? Am I the best whatever? No, don't put that on me. Am I a fire fucking trader? Oh, my people. My people. If you've been on these live streams before, you know you know, we'll wait an hour and a half just for a 5-minute move. So do me a favor, y'all. If you have an Instagram, please take out your phones, give us a quick shout out. I know this is not for the clout. First off, I'm up a bag. Guys, I have a 0.1 running on a $4,000 account. Almost 20%. I'm going to take partials again. The real money is going to get made on this retest. I'm confident. Very confident. But a lot of you guys, you know that we'll be on this stream for like an hour and a half, and then we'll make all of our money in about 5 minutes. That's really how this game works. The second thing I was saying is not even for the clout, but if you guys could please support and just tag us on Instagram. So just take out your Instagram, go to the photos, take a quick picture, and just tag us and say on the stream with Chart Addicts so that we can repost everybody. The reason that we're doing that is so that the algorithm could be very nice to us and boost us out to more people so that we can get in front of a bigger audience and just do this. Just really just show people what we're about. What should we set our sell limit at? If there was a sell limit, there is no sell limit set. If there was, I would have typed it out over here on the side and we would be waiting for that trade. Guys, we're damn near done with the year. It's literally the second week of December or the third week of December. I'm not looking to just take the same trades that I used to take. At the market open, we're going to enter this manually. If there's a giant wick up and then it starts to close under, we're going to sell at the market open and catch that drop, close these pips and get out for the day. Okay. This is not going to be the same as last week where we hold it, all the way to the downside. Yesterday, I didn't even catch the whole move. I had to re-enter because this shit just kept pumping. I only caught the move that was high probability for me. After that, I was done. And so this is how I trade in these market conditions: no limits, manual entries, market execution, because I really want to ensure that the market is not going to whipsaw on me like it did yesterday. Okie dokes. What should we set our sell limit at? The zone that I'm watching is right there on the chart. Okay, so it's 420. So anywhere between 405 to 420. 405 would be the best bet to make sure you get executed. 430 would be the lowest risk version of that. So I'm going to do the same. I'm going to get on IG real quick. And guys, since we're on this, let me just get like a poll from you guys. What would you like to see on these live streams? Would you guys like to see strictly scalping? Would you guys like to see more education? Would you guys like to see some crypto stuff? Would you guys like to see special guests? Give me a quick idea of, if you're watching this right now, what you personally would like to see on these streams going forward to make this the most valuable for you. Because like I said, I know how to trade. We do this. So this is really just to provide the most amount of value that we can and to just kind of be a productive part of this this community. So let me know what you guys really, really want to see on these calls. It's just fun to watch other people's live streams while trading, since looking at the chart all the time is boring, to be honest. Yeah, fuck yeah, it is. It really is. How many support levels do you have? Good stuff. SPX 500. I'm doing U30. You guys can do the rest. The trade on NAS is active, running positive, or still waiting? I entered a trade before we even got on this call because I had a sell limit from yesterday at 16,400. Now, in order to get everyone else involved in the trade, I'm looking for a retest at 16,400 again so that everyone else can enter the trade and that I can call out the signal. Do you have a Telegram group? We have a Discord group, but really, guys, the main thing that we do is we provide personal coaching and education. This current culture of people having Telegram groups and Discord groups, I think is just a giant money grab. What we're doing here is we really have this website where you can go and schedule a call with a coach whenever you need help. We have specific educational courses that you have to pass and get certified for before you move on. We have trading plans that you have to fill out before you start trading to make sure that you're adapted to your strategy. So like when folks ask us about Telegram and Discord groups, I understand what you're trying to say, which is, do you have a service that you offer? The answer is yes. But I seriously believe that the people like these companies that just have a signals group in Discord or just have a Telegram group, 1,000 people join, everyone pays 60 a month, and then that's it. I think that those are just not providing enough value. What we have is live calls every day, live trading every day. We have a signals plan that also gives you access to the live calls and the recordings. But the main bread and butter is personal coaching. You can work with me. You can work with Stefano. You can work with Omar. You can work with Joseph. You can work with Justin. You can work with Ryan. You can work with any of our coaches to improve, whether you're a beginner, intermediate, or advanced. If you're advanced, you want to come work with one of us, with myself or Stefano, kind of work on some real meat and potatoes. If you guys are more intermediate, you want to work on systems, schedules, processes, backtesting, journaling. You'd want to schedule with one of the intermediate coaches. If you're a beginner, I don't know anything about the markets, or I've been through so many courses, I just don't know what to look at anymore. Start back, get yourself right through one of our beginners coaches. So to me, guys, this is a no-brainer. I think in 2 or 3 years, everyone is going to be trying to copy the personal coaching model, because personal coaching is the only thing that provides accountability. All right, I give you all a course. I say, go learn it, come back and trade. I don't check if any of you did the course. I don't give a fuck. I don't check at all. What's the likelihood that you guys are going to succeed? Okay, the chances are very, very, very slim. If there's accountability, if you're working with a coach, someone who can answer questions for you, the time it takes you to learn is faster. It's a lot easier. And you have the accountability, which keeps you on track. So that's my shameless as it gets, my shameless plug for the ChartAddicts service. All right, I use this shit. Stefano on this call, he's my personal coach. I say, Stefano, I missed the trade. Bro, I kind of want to get back in, but I know I shouldn't. What should I do? If you guys think that you're going to have $1 million account one day and you're never going to have temptations, yeah, welcome to welcome to reality, people. The larger your account size gets, you're still going to have some of these temptations. How you deal with the temptations, that's your maturity. Before I used to say, bro, I'm a boss trader. I don't got to ask another man for advice. What the fuck do I look like asking another man for advice on my trading? See, now I'm more mature. I'm making more money than I've ever made in my life. And I'll be the first one to ask any of our coaches, say, yo, look, could you help me look through my strategy for this week or my trades for this week? Could you let me know how can I reduce my risk and how can I improve my entries? Right? I use this service. This shit is fucking flawless. That's my shameless plug for this. Somebody said well-rounded call. Some folks want to see more education. More education and a little bit of scalp. I got you. Would love to have other traders on the live stream. Love your passion for the community, by the way. I appreciate you guys getting on for real. Like to see more fundamental education. And then my boy says everything, LOL. I can't do everything because then we get what we're doing now, which is I just throw the whole kitchen sink at you during the call. We go through fundamentals, technicals. And Stefano is in profits, our very own, my coach right there. Up a bag. Is that GBP NZD or what? Talk to me.
Come on, bro. Stop playing,
what
bro.
what pair is that?
That's GA, bro.
Okay, fuck yeah. Good stuff. And like I said, guys, this is why I'm not going to call out trades on pairs I don't know. If Stefano called it, he saw it. It's that clear as day. And I'll let you guys know, if you're a ChartAddicts member, if Stefano calls a pair, the first thing that you should do is pull out and draw that shit on your MT4 or draw that shit up on your trading view. Because 9 times out of 10, that shit's going to make perfect sense and you're going to want to be in that trade. That's what I was sleeping on for a while. Stefano, I'm going to be honest with you, but I was sticking in my pairs. And I was always seeing Stefano calling, this pair is in profit. This pair is in profit. I was like, dude, fuck this. If he's calling a pair, I'm putting that shit up on my chart. And I've been so happy. Like I quit trading gold since 2019. Bianca, if you're on this, I used to live trade gold with the team. I used to live trade SPX. I cut it off completely. If Stefano calls a gold trade today, I'm in that bitch. It's really that simple. That's the trust we have around here. We got literally, like, I don't trust nobody, people. I still count my money when it comes out the ATM, right? So for me to be able to trust someone's signals, it's a pretty big deal. Also, it's time for another consulting call. LOL. Let me do that too. You know where to go. This is on your time. I'm here. Okay, let's scalp some. Let's scalp some. Scalp some. Give me some. I'm checking GU right now, and what I'm doing is I'm going to pull up the dollar, see what the dollar's doing, see what we can expect. The dollar is hitting that daily support. So honestly, what I'm looking at is a minor push back to the upside, which means that GU, we can see a push down to the downside. So this is, at least directionally, the correlation is there. All right. I'll put a sell limit on GU.
Gold's flying.
Yeah, gold's nice. Gold hit that nice daily support at 1780. My next target is 1794. But I just got the craziest deja vu. I was like, in my head, I was like, bro, I feel like I've been here before. But I probably have, because we live stream every Thursday at 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. live on YouTube. So the market's already a little bit away from that entry that we were looking at, about 20 pips. So if it comes back for a retest at 336, we could scalp this thing to the downside. Just a nice, healthy retracement. Nice, healthy retracement. Oh, GJ is heading back to my buy entry. 150.8 is my GJ buy entry. So GJ and NAS, those are the two trades. GJ making its way back down. Looking for a retest either of 151.5 or 150.75. All right. Oh, man. You guys have the levels, like I said. If you do have to hop off, peace. We're just going to be hanging out for a little bit until these pairs are getting ready to play out. Yo, shout out to you guys, man. I just checked Instagram real quick just to see how the posts are looking. You guys are showing mad love. I really appreciate you. David, Xander, Stefano. I want to mispronounce your name, my guy. Oh, he said Man City with 2 dolphin emojis. Chapayama, my guy. You know I appreciate you. Charles Rich. Oh, Charles, you're the one that was calling out the you're the one that sent me the Naz on the story. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That was a really, really nice call. All right, Ali posted us and deleted us. Ali, what happened, my man? And Forex royalty. Za, I appreciate you. Thank you. Oh, he put the link and everything. Yo, y'all are real ones, man. I really appreciate you guys. Another question is there anybody that you guys would like to see at the FX Summit that we haven't already posted? Is there anybody that you guys would like to see show up to this Forex convention next year that we haven't already put on the list? because everybody here is like solid. Everybody here is contract signed. They will show up. So let me know what you guys are thinking. Can we get education on crypto? People need to learn to hold. Yeah, man. We could definitely do that. I mean, I think like some of that stuff is just going to be left for the members. Because at the same time, guys, like at the very, very end of the day, we can't be giving out all the sauce. Like the real last mile of what should I do next, that's ChartAddicts members, you know? When's the next interview coming? So I'm actually doing a podcast with Charlene FX, the girl who just bought, or the girl who just won the Torch Challenge for Q. We had like a 30-minute convo the other day. She is awesome. Her mindset is awesome. The stories she's about to tell, she's a cop. How she got the Torch Challenge from Q is the fucking story of a lifetime. Guys, she pulled him over. Guys, you would not believe the story of how Charlene got the Torch Challenge and how she beat it. She's been waiting on this. This is not like she saw it on Instagram and just took the challenge. She's been trying to get on Q's radar for years. And then this was finally her chance. And everybody in the Wall Street Academy group was trying to get the account, and she knew that she had to stand out. She's a cop. She might have pulled them over. Like, oh my God. You guys, when this interview comes out, it's going to be so crazy. I want Q to be on that interview too, just so he can give his kind of his take on what happened. Other interviews I have lined up is Anthony's World and Derek Vandlinder. Derek, he provides free education on YouTube. Great trader, even better guy. Guy's freaking awesome. Love talking to him, and really good head on his shoulders in trading. So I'm going to do one with him in Anthony's World. And then I have one with Emil Machado and Ryan Gilpin at the same time. They're going to do a joint podcast. That's the one that I'm like, that might just break the internet. We'll see. So there's a lot of great content coming. I'm looking for this GJ like kind of scalp right here. $2.5 to 1 R&R. 39 pips risk, 100 pip TP. Yeah, I'll take it. All right, first scalp. Proper risk management is key. I'm taking a GJ position. Keep in mind the market does open in about 15 minutes. Make sure that you guys are using proper risk. All right, I'm just going to take this scalp just because I see the break and retest. I see that we're still on a bullish trend, and this would be a good opportunity just to take it up to the top of the range. That's personally what I see. Make sure that you guys do your own analysis and use proper risk. If you see something different, let me know. But this is just a short-term scalp position. It's about 60 pips. That's 60 pips. I might be doing this math wrong. Stop loss 154 or 151.55. That makes more sense. And then TP2 is 153. Or if I'm going to be more accurate, 152.8. Boom. Accuracy is key. Now let me go in here and input this scalp position with proper risk. All right, I'm up 1,000 pips on that Nasdaq. If you're a ChartAddicts member, we've been talking about that 16,400 since yesterday, since the day before, since last week. This is a risky trade, guys. This GJ scalp is a risky trade. I'm going to let you guys know, but that's what scalping is. Got to risk it for the biscuit. 0.2, stop loss, 1.1, 151.5, 5, 152.8, buy it. Okay, we in this buy. We in. Let's get to it. Oh, my guy's stepping up. Let's go. Oh, let's go. My guy. That's what I want to see.
I already booked, bro. It's all gone.
That's what I want to see. I just want to put that up for future reference. Oh my God. Love to see it, bro. Love to see it. Is Daniel Savage coming? See, now y'all asking me these hard questions. Isn't that a neutral zone? This middle area? Yeah, it is. It is a neutrality zone. Well, the blue zone is 150.8 is really the neutrality. I'm taking the scalp because what I'm trying to see, honestly, is a push up and then a crash back down to 150.8, which is that level that we've been talking about the whole time. Then from 150.8, we can get a move up to 160. This is not, markets don't move in a straight line. So what I was doing is basically just scalping this intraday push back up. And let's see if it goes. If the market just starts closing below this Fibonacci level and it starts to fill these candlestick wicks and starts to kind of like come down to the bottom of this candle, I'll just close out of my trade. If the market fakes under the zone and then closes back above at the market open, then I'll catch the re-entry from 151.5. So as long as you have your zones up, as long as you have your zones, you can find trades. I have my zone here. We caught a push off of the daily level, and then now we're catching a retest for a higher low for a continuation. The trades are always based off the higher time frame levels. But when we're on the smaller time frame, we can just scalp and kind of find more precision entries. So I'm already in GJ. Let's look at Nasdaq to see what we can do. Market open, either we fake to the downside and then we start to close above support, which means it's a buy, or we fake to the upside and close below, which means that it's a sell. Whichever way it fakes first, we know that that's the true direction. So that's kind of what I look for at the market open. If it fakes down first and then comes up to retest, the true direction is the direction of the first fake out. And I'll show you guys that live in about 10 minutes once the market opens. Okay, I can see this trade as a re-entry. Yeah, look, from a fundamentals, like from a technical perspective, if we just looked at GJ as like, how many confirmations do we have at the zone? And is this the best trade to take? No. But is it a good trade? Is it solid confirmations? Yeah, the trend is bullish. That's confirmation 1. We had a closure above the previous sell zone. That's confirmation 2. We had a massive push on the 1 hour and the 4 hour, which shows bullish momentum. That's confirmation 3. And then we have a break and retest of higher lows. That's confirmation 4. So even though we don't have these higher time frame kind of like third touch on a trend line type confirmations, we still have multiple confirmations that will give us a high probability trade. Does that make sense? Beautiful. Okie dokes. I'm sitting here chilling. I'm sitting here vibing. You guys know what my favorite song has been? And look, I got hip to this so late. So late. A lot of people told me this thing is on the radio. It's this song. It got famous on TikTok. It's Love Nwan TT. This shit goes so hard. Why is this so vibey? This should supposed to be in a vibe. Let's find some trades. Let's go. Roy, are we shorting U30? No, not yet. The shorts on U30 are at 36,300. 36,286. Right now we're in the middle of a range. So if anything, I see buys. We just broke and retested this this fib level right here. So I think that we can push up to 36,300, and then from 36,300, which is this previous liquidity zone, that could be a nice shorting opportunity. I think that from top to bottom, this is the 78. But in all honesty, it's just like it's in the middle of my range. I have 35,900 and 36,300. Yo, how many times did I say 35,900? That quick retest on the 1 hour. So if price comes back to 35,900 at the market open, this is where I would be looking to enter. So shorts down here, but the trend is still bullish. So instead of shorting it down and then trying to go long, I would just wait for it to come down here and then just go long. All right, are we 6 pips in profit? Who's in profit on GJ? All right, we got baby profits here. I entered at 152 flat. Market opens in a few minutes. And another swift reminder, if you guys are tuning in on YouTube, to make sure to go out and grab your tickets to the FX Summit 2022 before they sell out. This is the first and largest social Forex conference that's ever existed. Every other Forex conference that's ever existed has been for the institutions to share with brokers and liquidity providers. This is the only social Forex conference. It's in May 13th through the 15th next year in Miami. May 13th through the 15th next year in Miami at the Miami Beach Convention Center, the largest convention center on the East Coast of the United States. Would love to see all of you guys there. So if you haven't already grabbed your tickets, head over to fxsummit2022.com. The news for USD was bad. Let's take a look at this, shall we? Whoa. Oh my God. Oh my God. That news is bearish, people. That news is bearish. Industrial production came out lower than expected. More people filed for unemployment this month than we had expected. Only 10,000 extra people, but still. And then the Philly manufacturing index, almost half. Oh my God. This is how confident manufacturers are to continue to be able to produce goods and services. We are about to go into a supply shock, people. A supply shock means that even if we all have money and we want to buy stuff, we can't find it, which means the price of stuff goes up. We've already started to see this in things like gaming consoles. Over the holidays, people can't buy PS5s and Xbox Ones because there's a chip shortage. And because of the chip shortage, people can't get their stuff. So the manufacturing index came out really, really bad. That's just not good. Are we waiting for a sell on Nas at the resistance? Yep. 16,410. This sort of like whole zone up here. The market's about to open in 5 minutes. You guys are about to see what that whipsaw do. You guys are about to see what happens at the market open every single day. This is what we do. We trade this. We wait for a fake in a direction, right? It's either going to fake up, come back down, and we enter, or it's going to fake down, and then start to close back above, and then we can enter on the wick. So we're either buying at 140 or we're shorting at 400. Ain't nothing else we can do. If you shorted right now, your risk would be big. That R&R just don't even make sense. So let me know in the YouTube comments, where are you guys kind of like checking in from? Where are you checking in from? Don't know why this song's like anthem of traders. It's just so good. It's so good. Like, I'm listening to it in the morning. I don't listen to any music in the mornings, right? Because the stuff that you listen to, I don't know if you guys noticed this, you'll basically have it stuck in your head all day. So imagine you're trying to be the most productive and the most vibrant version of yourself, and you're trying to provide for the people around you and be successful in your community. And the only thing that keeps playing in your mind is shot that club up, rode around on some 42s, and something else. And so this like vibey ass music, that's sort of like that whole genre of just vibey music, that's so much better for me in the morning. Because I don't have any problem if like in the middle of the day, I'm just out here like singing that Love and Wad TT song in my head. That's only going to put me in a vibe. So that's my take on that song. That song is good. So we're looking, we got some people calling in from South Africa, Atlanta, Algeria. Oof, oof, oof. Bay Area, Cali, Tampa, Cape Town, South Africa, Mozambique, the Bronx, New York. Love to see it. Canada, Cozumel, Sweden, Algeria, Kenya. Oh, come on. Few more minutes. And so right at the market open, there's going to be a reaction. And then probably like the 5 minutes following the market open, there's also going to be a reaction. So we don't just rush in. The biggest lesson to learn from trading market opens is to be as patient as possible and to be ready for the scenarios before they happen. If I have no plan at all, and then I'm just trying to react to whatever the market gives me, I'm going to get my ass handed to me. If I know that I'm only willing to short here under the condition that the market fakes up first and then closes under, then I know my game plan. I already have that idea in my mind. If the market comes down and fakes down first and closes back above, I'm going to buy from down here. Having these multiple scenarios in my mind already figured out allows me to be flexible when the market opens so that I don't just rush into the first trade that looks enticing. Like, let's say it just starts dropping. We just all enter sells. Then all of a sudden it smashes bullish on us. That's the retail thing to do. That's like the beginner trader thing to do. He said, shout out, bro, from Algeria. Yeah, shout out to the people out there, fam. Shout out to all my North Africans. Shout out to all my East Asians. Shout out to all my South Indians. Shout out to everybody calling in from everywhere. It's great to see you guys on the call from every corner of this world. I hope that you guys are gaining some value and learning how to navigate these markets on your own. I'm going to keep this up just so I can keep my eye on GJ. So GJ is a scalp. So if we do get like 20, 25 pips in profit, 30 pips in profit, we do have a choice just to walk away with the profits as opposed to holding it for the full 100. So we'll see how that goes. So shout out to H-Town. I got to go out there and visit, but it's just the one, like one of the one places I've always wanted to visit. Still haven't really made a move out there. All right, market open is in play, people. Market open is in play. Let's see if we get this double top for a nice short position. And since I'm staring at GJ, or since I'm staring at Nas, could someone keep an eye on GJ and just let me know if the market starts to flip or anything like that, if it goes in profits or whatever it is? If you're just hopping on YouTube, welcome, welcome, welcome. We're looking at Nasdaq 100 shorts at 16,400. If the market continues to drop, then we're going to scalp a buy position at 16,150. Yo, who became a trillionaire the other day off the glitch on CoinMarketCap? That was a huge glitch that happened on CoinMarketCap where the price of all these tokens got mislisted. And on Coinbase, people's portfolios were up in the billions and trillions of dollars. But it was just a hack or a glitch. They say it's a glitch, but I don't understand how a glitch happens without someone hacking the system. Oh, I didn't tell you guys about this, the third scenario. Scenario 1 is short up here. Scenario 2 is buy down here. Scenario 3 is price forms support and breaks through, in which case we wait for a retest at 16,400 and we catch the move to the upside. So we have these multiple scenarios. Now it's just time for the market to tell us which one it wants to go with. So it's a pretty slow market open, I'll be honest. Normally the market opens are a little bit more aggressive than this. So it's a pretty chill day so far. Things could flip up real quick. First 20, 30 minutes of the session while all the market open orders are going in and all the market, like there's manual executions, but most of the movement that you guys see at the market opens is because institutions had already scheduled those trades to execute as soon as it opened. So there's always going to be like an immediate reaction once the market opens. We just have to see who's going to hold control. Is it buyers or sellers? Right now, in my honest opinion, just from an observational perspective, buyers holding that zone pretty nice. So when we short up here at 16,400, the first TP is going to be this floor because price might just get caught here and make this the new local floor. If I can give you guys an example of this, it's like you guys can see when the market first dropped, a lot of people were trying to enter down here and they ended up getting caught in the retest. So instead, what we're doing now is looking for this retest. Instead of getting in on the drop, we're looking for the retest so we can catch the second move. So a retest up so we can catch a real move down. See that? GJ is a longer term play now because I feel like if it's not going to react immediately, we're going to have to hold it for a few hours. All right, so GJ is dropping a little bit. It's going through entry. It's going to have to be patient on this move. If this low gets broken, then I'll completely shift my bias. Not my bias, but I'll just wait for the 150.8. But for now, I still feel like we can go up to the 153 area up here. So GJ, I'm still holding. If it starts to look a little bit aggressive, we can get out and just re-enter somewhere else. It doesn't look like Nasdaq wants to give us a re-entry just yet. So let's see if this is going to wick. Like this could just be a fake out where it just like starts to drop and then wicks right back up and goes bullish. That happens often. So I'm not looking to chase this. I'm not looking to just enter this right now. Because if you enter shorts right now, this is how you get caught in that retracement. So we're either going to wait for a retracement to 16,400 for shorts, or wait till it comes down to 16,150 for longs. Or if we form multiple support here, maybe we can just scalp it from 280 up to 400. So those are the levels I'm watching. Let's see if we get a push down here or if it wicks back up. If people sold that amount, would they have made their profit for the glitch? No. This is why I always encourage you guys to do the course, because I feel it's boring as fuck. Trust me, I'm not telling you guys the crypto course on the website is fun to watch, but people got to be less naive than what I saw the other day. People were literally texting me thinking that they were rich, and like, even if you don't know anything about crypto, like you guys gotta learn something. If you guys ever make $50 billion in crypto, I hope you realize you're not that rich. You will not be able to sell that many Shiba coins or whatever. No one is going to buy $50 billion of Shiba coins from you. And some of you guys still don't know how markets work, which is why you're not really understanding why someone has to be on the other side of your trade. You say, well, Roy, what does that mean? Why can't I just sell it to the exchange? Why can't I just sell it to somebody? The exchange has $50 billion sitting around to buy your Shiba? Oh my God. So it was a glitch. There was no withdrawals. Nothing could have been done. And people really thought that they were worth $100 billion. 100 billion people? What is the largest crypto gain since this whole thing started? Tell me. Said, yeah, I missed a great sell on US 30. That honestly sucks. I'm sorry to hear that. It's slow because liquidity happened back on the news. This is true. And also, guys, tomorrow is a huge news day. Today is probably just going to be like a setup for tomorrow. The previous 4-hour bearish engulfing candle looks nice, bro. For which? For Nasdaq, yeah, fuck yeah, it does. But like I said, I don't short breakouts. The difference between me and every other trader that you guys are going to see on these streams or online or whatever is that I don't give a fuck about anything but winning. And if I have to literally sit here and take criticism for, being here for an hour and not taking any trades, I'll do that. Because I'm not just going to jump into any of these trades unless I see my confirmation. If I didn't get my short position up here, no trade. If I don't get my long position down here, no trade. And that takes skill. It takes some sort of skill. Oh, this wick is looking massive. Yeah, GJ not looking too hot. I'll be completely honest with you guys. GJ is not looking too hot. So what I'm going to do for GBP JPY is just close half my position and leave the rest running. I'm going to close half of my position with negative 13 pips. Because I was trying to scalp it off of the break and retest of this Fibonacci zone. Now that the candlesticks are starting to fill, the trade idea that I had originally is no longer valid. It might still push up bullish, but the entry idea that I had is no longer valid. So what I'm going to do is protect my downside by closing half the trade, and so I don't take on the full stop loss. Alrighty? It's a great way to limit yourself from losing and trading. Is like, okay, if the market is telling you, hey, I'm not going your way, I can sit here and just sort of like mouth breathe and drool on myself and be like, oh my God, I hope it turns around. Or I can just get out the trade, right? You get out the trade, 10, 13 pips negative. Okay, not the end of the world. So that's what I'm doing on GJ now. And then for Nasdaq, the only real trade that I see now is when it comes down to the 150 zone, we can catch a short-term push. Am I telling you that it's going to go all the way to the moon? No, I want you guys to look left and look at this. This is what I'm talking about. This move alone was 900 pips. Okay? And so even if we just get a small reaction here, this will still be a high probability trade. So that's probably what I'm going to do. If you have to hop off, Godspeed. Enjoy the rest of your day. Make the most out of it. If you're going to stay on, stay on. Let's see what we can find. I'll stay on with you guys until we at least look at a until we see an entry on Nasdaq at least. Yeah, GJ is gone. GJ is gone. I would close the second half at this point, guys. I still have a buy position at 150.8. That's the only trade I'm holding for Nasdaq, and it's the only trade I'm holding for GJ. And that's basically it. All right. I'm out of the GJ longs. I see some reds. See some reds on my screen. Turn out blue. I got some reds on my screen. It ain't a big deal. There's some reds on GJ. Close small. Now, one Nasdaq trade is about to make up all these profits, and it's going to make me spending goddamn 2 hours on the charts this morning worthwhile. Because like I said, guys, I really don't spend this much time on the charts on my own. Like by this point, I probably would have been off the charts. But I'm committed to the grind. I'm going to sit my ass here, and I'm going to find this next trade on GJ. I can see GJ going down that yellow zone you have marked. Yep. US 30 still has room to go down. Yeah, I wouldn't buy this in the middle of the range, man. I wouldn't buy this just yet. Just yet. There is minor support here on the left. I guess you could say this is a buy zone, but is it a good trade now? I mean, honestly, probability-wise, it's probably better than the GJ scalp. It is sitting above that support turn resistance. This thing could be a long position to the upside. I'd much rather take a long at 35,900 or take a short at 36,300.
PMI news just dropped just now.
Negative. Yep. I mean, the Philly manufacturing index was half of what they expected. So that means this flash manufacturing which is like the actual numbers in the economy, no surprise that it came out negative. It didn't come out negative by that much. It's the producers manufacturing index to see if they're confident in their ability to produce goods and services. I was waiting to see if this thing was going to push back up. We chilling, man. We chilling. This is now you guys realize why we trade in groups. Now you guys realize why we have this whole Chart Addicts community. Doing this is cool. Doing this alone, kind of whack. Doing it with some friends, now we're talking it. Doing it in front of the community, now I got my heart rushing. That's what I need. Weekly is showing a bearish engulfing on GJ. Alrighty. What news is coming for tomorrow? I only see an orange FOMC folder. It's a good question. Tomorrow is the quadruple witching. Quadruple witching is when the four biggest derivative markets, the options, futures, swaps, and forwards, the forward markets, all of them expire on the same day tomorrow, all of the contracts. So what investors do is they sell off all of the options, all the futures and everything they have, and just roll that over into the next one before they expire. So you tend to see a lot of selling off before the like as the market opens, and then later in the day you see a lot of institutions buy up that liquidity. So what we're seeing now is probably in preparation to the quadruple witching tomorrow. It is a pretty big news day. Whenever it happens in the markets, there's usually a huge sell-off. So that's what I think is the kind of what the market is watching. But nothing is as big as what Jerome Powell said yesterday, where he said we are going to print, we're going to stop printing money earlier than we expected. We're going to stop buying stocks on the open market, and we are going to raise the interest rate 3 times next year. All of those things are extremely bearish for the indices. So yesterday when it started to push bullish, I was really confused. I was really confused when this happened. Then I realized it was probably just the setup for this move, for the shorts back down. So tomorrow or later today, shorts at 400, longs at 150. Those are really the only two. Nothing is going to change on my Nasdaq chart but that. Do I think that we're going to see the move while we're on this call? At this point, guys, I'm starting to lose hope on that. Instead of wasting your time, what I'm going to tell you to do is basically look at those levels, 150 or 16,150, 16,400, and then look to trade those levels. If the market breaks and retests above 16,400, it'll shoot up like this, right? Hit the proverbial stop loss, come down for a retest, go through the zone, but then close above. This liquidity grab will indicate to you that you should be buying that market, and then you can look for a retest at 16,400 to go long. So those are the zones that I'm watching. Nothing else. I'm not going to do anything else on the chart except for those. If you have any questions, put them in the chat now. If not, I'll see you guys later. It was great to see all of you guys on another episode of the Chart Addicts YouTube live streams. Another reminder, if you haven't gotten your tickets to the FX Summit, make sure you guys grab those. FXSummit2022.com. The most famous, the largest, and the most exciting and the most anticipated Forex event of the decade next year in Miami. See you guys there. This is not going to lie. You gave us no valuable info. Well, I love this shit. He said, where's the link to the tickets? You're geeking me. I wish I had friends that would do this. I'm out here alone learning on these markets. Come join Chart Addicts. A lot of folks in Chart Addicts really, at this point, they've learned what they need to learn. What they're using Chart Addicts for is, one, for the community to trade with other traders that know what they're doing, and to kind of get some guidance in their personal, with their personal trading. So if you guys are really feeling like trading is kind of just getting to you, you're trading alone, it's not exciting, you're having trouble finding the excitement for trading, come trade with the community. It's $99 a month, guys. even if you don't want the personal coaching, like, you know, $99 for people around you that trade, that know what they're doing, that's a fucking no-brainer. If $99 is the deciding factor of whether or not you can trade with qualified people, then I think you have to rethink about whether trading is appropriate financially. Alrighty, guys. Great to see all of you. The levels are set. You guys know exactly what to do. If you didn't get any knowledge from this, it's time for you to go get some coffee and wake up. If you did get some value from this, it's really great seeing you guys on this live stream. Happy and safe trading. See you guys next week on Thursday for another amazing live stream. And you don't know who's going to be a special guest, so stay tuned.